Hello dear students. After seeing the basic structure and functions of an ecosystem, let's come to the first part, first functional unit, first activity that an ecosystem has to do to be self-sustaining, to be self-regulating, that is productivity. Now what is productivity? जो कुछ produce होगा is called productivity. What do we want to produce? We want to produce food. We want to produce organic matter. कौन होंगे हमारे प्राइमरी प्रोड्यूसर्स या कौन होंगे हमारे बेसिक प्रोड्यूसर्स? विल बी द प्लांट्स बिकॉज द प्लांट्स आर द ओनली ऑर्गेनिजम्स which can utilize solar energy to convert inorganic compounds to organic compounds. Plants are the only species on this planet which can do the process of photosynthesis. तो productivity की definition है biomass or organic matter produced in a unit area in a unit time. So you have to remember the definition of productivity by biomass or organic matter produced in a unit area in a unit time. This productivity can be primary or can be secondary. हम प्राइमरी प्रोडक्टिविटी तब बोलेंगे when the biomass or organic matter is produced per unit time by the plants by the process of photosynthesis. Plants and photosynthesis. This will be primary productivity when the plants are utilizing the solar energy, doing the process of photosynthesis, converting the inorganic compounds to organic compounds, that is, they are producing biomass or organic matter by the process of photosynthesis. These plants are also called autotrophs. Because ये अपना खाना खुद बनाते हैं, they will be called autotrophs. Okay, and they will also be called producers. So you have to remember, primary productivity will be related to autotrophs, will be related to producers. Alright. Secondary productivity is the same. Definition same रहेगा secondary productivity का, but इसमें plants नहीं produce करेंगे. Autotrophs will not be producing the organic matter. इसमें heterotrophs or the consumers will be producing the organic matter. That is how primary productivity can be differentiated from secondary productivity. So if I want to write secondary productivity, I will be writing the same definition. That is biomass or organic matter per unit area, per unit time produced by the consumers or the heterotrophs per unit area, per unit time. Very specifically, you have to remember that in this definition of secondary productivity, मैंने photosynthesis को mention कहीं भी नहीं किया, because the process of photosynthesis to produce organic matter, to produce food, can be performed by only the plants, which will be our producers, which will be our autotrophs. This secondary productivity is the biomass or organic matter produced per unit area, per unit time by the consumers or the heterotrophs, which are dependent on the autotrophs for their food. ये अपना खाना खुद नहीं बना सकते हैं. Producers जो produce करेंगे वो heterotrophs खाते हैं या consumers खाते हैं. Okay, consumers can be primary consumers, secondary consumers and tertiary consumers. We will come to it. Okay, कल के lecture में हमने discuss किया है herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. So here specifically the herbivores. So secondary productivity की definition होगी the amount of biomass produced per unit area, per unit time by the consumers is called secondary productivity. whereas primary productivity will be the biomass or the organic matter produced per unit area, per unit time by the plants utilizing the solar energy. Okay, so plants will be utilizing the solar energy and biomass जो वो produce करेंगे वो होगा primary productivity. This will be done by the producers or the autotroph. Now since the process is starting from the producers, basic काम producers करते हैं. These producers will be in our ecological pyramid, they will be at the base. Producers सबसे नीचे रहेंगे and they are going to transfer वो जो भी बनाएंगे to the consumers. Okay, so producers will be at the base. Without them, the process is not going to start. Productivity, basic काम ये producers का होगा. Alright, now let us see what is the gross primary productivity, that is GPP, R, and what is NPP. So gross primary productivity is the total which is produced. कल हमने बात की थी कि the entire biosphere is an ecosystem. So जितना भी production होगा by various species of plants per unit area, per unit time, means एक unit area में एक specific time पे plants कितना produce कर रहे हैं will be the gross primary production, that is GPP. Okay, and it is given in terms of the unit is gram per meter square per unit time, means it is given in terms of weight and per unit area per unit time. अब ये time can be 1 year, can be 1 month, can be 1 day. State board textbook has calculated GPP in terms of gram per meter square per day, means एक single day में कितना produce हो रहा है. NCERT gives it in terms of respect of year, means in an year. So this time can be any time. It can be 1 day, can be 1 month, can be 15 months, can be 15 years. Okay, that is how we calculate the gross primary production or the gross primary productivity. If I take it in terms of energy, I will be writing it as kilocal per meter square per year. Okay, that is the same thing. The biomass that is produced or the energy that is produced can be represented in these two units: gram per meter square per year, kilocal per meter square per year. Now this is the gross production. इसमें से जितना plants खर्च कर रहे हैं, जितना use कर रहे हैं अपने ऊपर for the process of respiration. Okay, now plants do not move from one place to another. They do not spend any energy, any muscular energy in the processes of locomotion. Okay, उसमें digestion का भी इतना energy spend नहीं होता है. The basic energy which plants spend is in respiration, for the process of respiration. So if I donate this respiration with R, whatever is produced, that is GPP minus R, will be my benefit, that is my net primary productivity, NPP, net primary productivity. See, अगर आपने एक फैक्ट्री बनाई है to produce say chocolates, okay, you're doing the production of chocolates or you're doing the production of any other thing. So जितना आप इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो, जितना आपने पुट इन किया है, that will be your gross productivity. Okay, जितना आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट है उसमें से वो माइनस कर लो, जितना आपने स्पेंड किया है वो सेटअप करने पे, that investment you subtract. What you will remain with will be your net income. whatever you will remain with will be your net income. So GPP minus the respiration loss, that is the energy which is spent by the plants for themselves. This will be the net primary productivity. This is what will be available to be transferred to the consumers. Okay, so NPP is what will be available to be transferred to the consumers on other level. R will be the respiration losses or the respiration energy used for the process of respiration by the plant. GPP will be the total production which they do. So in other words, GPP will also be equal to the total photosynthetic activity of the plant, or the total photosynthetic yield of a plant. Okay, important MCQ question. GPP will be the total photosynthetic yield of the plant. Total जितना वो produce कर सकता है. R will be how much it is using for itself for the process of respiration. Okay, so GPP में से R minus करेंगे, you will get the net primary productivity. This will be the amount of biomass which will be available to transfer to the next level to the consumer. So that is the net primary productivity. So now for an example, if a plant produces say 100 grams per meter square per day, तो ये 100 grams हो जाएगा GPP. And if I tell you for the process of respiration, it uses 20 grams. 20 grams, okay? So NPP can be calculated by the formula GPP minus R, that is 100 minus 20, that is 80. This 80 will now be available to transfer to the consumers. And this 80 will be the net primary productivity, that is NPP. So बहुत सारे questions आते हैं which are asked on GPP and NPP. You will get a graph also which will ask you to calculate it, like see, if this is the total gross primary productivity, okay, this is the total gross primary productivity, and if this is the respiration loss or the respiration energy used for respiration, this is R, then this will be NPP. Okay, means total जो produce हुआ उसमें से respiration का minus किया and we got the net primary productivity. So GPP is equal to NPP plus R. Okay, यही equation मैंने दूसरे way से लिखा है. So you have to remember this way also because it comes in the MCQs. GPP will be NPP plus R. NPP will be GPP minus R. समझ में आ रहा है? NPP will be GPP minus R. GPP will be NPP plus R. इसको देखो तो आपको समझ में आएगा. Okay? Alright. You have to remember this equation in both the terms. It can be asked in MCQs either in this graphical form or in these equation forms. You will get the values for GPP and the value for R and you will have to calculate the NPP. Okay? या value मिलेगा GPP का और NPP का आपको R calculate करना है. That is how this equation can be used in all these forms. To calculate the gross primary productivity, to calculate the net primary productivity and to calculate the respiration losses. And net primary productivity will be the amount which will be available to transfer to the next level, that is to the consumers. And gross primary productivity, GPP, will be the total which is produced by the process of photosynthesis. मीन्स एक प्लांट की फोटोसिंथेटिक की जितनी यील्ड है, जितना भी उसने प्रोड्यूस किया है, विल बी द ग्रॉस प्राइमरी प्रोडक्टिविटी. So by now you should understand these terms. What is productivity? The definition: biomass or organic matter produced per unit area per unit time is the definition of productivity. Now it can be divided into primary and secondary. Primary वो होगा which is related to the producers, which is related to the green plants, which is related to the utilization of solar energy and the photosynthetic process. These will be the primary producers, they will be our producers. So primary productivity होगी. जब इस definition से photosynthesis को हटा देंगे, solar energy को हटा देंगे, तो biomass or organic matter produced per unit area per unit time by the consumers or by the heterotrophs will be the secondary productivity. All right. Now GPP will be the gross production. Total कितना हुआ है, उसमें से प्लांट ने खुद के लिए कितना यूटिलाइज किया या कितना एनर्जी लगा था उतना प्रोडक्शन में, तो वो लॉस को माइनस कर दो जीपीपी में से, यू विल गेट द एनपीपी. दैट इज द नेट प्राइमरी प्रोडक्टिविटी. दैट इज द नेट इनकम और द नेट बेनिफिट वी हैव फ्रॉम दिस प्रोसेस ऑफ प्रोडक्टिविटी टू मूव इट फर्दर इन द लेवल ऑफ इकोसिस्टम. इकोसिस्टम एक दूसरे को बैलेंस करने के लिए प्रोड्यूसर्स सबसे ज्यादा एनर्जी बनाते हैं और वो ट्रांसफर करते हैं दूसरे लेवल्स पे, सो दैट इट इज सेल्फ रेगुलेटिंग, इट इज सेल्फ सस्टेनिंग. नाउ व्हाट डज दिस प्रोडक्टिविटी डिपेंड ऑन? व्हाट विल द प्रोडक्टिविटी डिपेंड ऑन? इट विल डिपेंड ऑन अराउंड 4 to 5 फैक्टर्स. सोच के देखो, प्लांट्स का प्रोडक्शन किस किस चीज पे डिपेंड करेगा? Okay, one will be the plant species, what kind of plant it is. Second will be the solar energy जो plant को मिल रही है, the amount of solar energy received by the plant. Third will be the nutrients in the soil where the plant is present. Fourth will be the amount of water. Okay, on all these things, the net primary productivity is going to depend. It is also going to depend on the photosynthetic activity of the plant. मीन्स एक प्लांट स्पीशीज में फोटोसिंथेसिस करने की कितनी कैपेसिटी है, हाउ मच इट इज एफिशिएंट टू परफॉर्म द प्रोसेस ऑफ फोटोसिंथेसिस. ऑन ऑल दीज फैक्टर्स, इट्स ऑल्सो अमाउंट बाय द अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर. आई वांट टू डिवाइड इट into the water present in soil and the amount of rainfall in an area. On all these things, the productivity is going to depend. प्लांट की स्पीशीज जितनी ज्यादा रहेगी, जितनी अच्छी रहेगी, प्रोडक्टिविटी अच्छा होगा. सोलर एनर्जी उस एरिया में जितना अच्छा रहेगा उतना प्रोडक्टिविटी अच्छा होगा. न्यूट्रिएंट्स इन द सॉइल जितने अच्छे रहेंगे उतना प्रोडक्टिविटी अच्छा होगा. अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर और रेनफॉल दैट इज प्रेजेंट एंड द फोटोसिंथेटिक. ओके, सो नाउ यू टेल मी कि ट्रॉपिकल रेन फॉरेस्ट में प्रोडक्टिविटी अच्छी होगी या डेजर्ट में प्रोडक्टिविटी अच्छी होगी? Okay, if I want to compare, तो tropical rain forest में productivity maximum होगी because n number of plant species are present. There is constant temperature throughout the year. There is sufficient sunlight. Okay, the rainfall is very good throughout the year, so the amount of water in the soil will be very good. Nutrients will be good. Because of species diversity, it is going to have maximum productivity. Whereas deserts में पानी कम रहेगा, there is too much sunlight, the temperature is not regulated, not many number of plant species are present, so the productivity in the desert will be less. Okay, as compared to tropical rainforest and the grasslands and deciduous forests coming in between, if we go in the order of productivity. So this is what you have to remember. productivity is going to be dependent on all these factors. It's going to be highest in the tropical rainforest and least in the deserts. So जहाँ पे जो ecosystem है, on the basis of that productivity will depend. What is the importance now? What is the importance of having a good productivity? जितना अच्छा हम प्रोड्यूस करेंगे उतना हमको ज्यादा प्रॉफिट होगा. ओके जितनी ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिविटी होगी, सी जितना ज्यादा हम प्रोड्यूस करेंगे हमारा नेट इनकम उतना ज्यादा होगा. सो वी वांट दैट प्रोडक्टिविटी शुड बी हाई. हाई प्रोडक्टिविटी होनी चाहिए सो दैट व्हाट रिमेन्स और जो प्रॉफिट हमको हो रहा है एनर्जी का टू ट्रांसफर टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल शुड बी मोर. ओके सो इंक्रीज प्रोडक्टिविटी supports life. It supports species diversity. And it supports self-regulation and self-sustaining part of the ecosystem. So if we have increased productivity, it is going to support all this. It is going to support life. जितनी ज्यादा एनर्जी रहेगी, प्रोडक्टिविटी मीन्स जितना बायोमास प्रोड्यूस हुआ है, जितना एनर्जी या जितना वेट प्रोड्यूस हुआ है, उतना एक्सपेक्टेंसी ऑफ लाइफ इंक्रीज हो जाएगी, स्पीशीज डाइवर्सिटी इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, सेल्फ रेगुलेशन एंड सेल्फ सस्टेनेबल इकोसिस्टम रहेगा जितनी ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिविटी रहेगी. ऑलराइट, सो दिस यू हैव टू रिमेंबर व्हाट इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ productivity or what is the importance of having high productivity in an ecosystem. इससे ecosystem को क्या benefits होते हैं? If the production is high, means you have a lot of producers in your ecosystem. Next, how much is the total productivity of the biosphere? Okay, we have discussed that this complete biosphere is one big ecosystem. This complete biosphere is one ecosystem. इसका productivity होता है 170 billion tons. Okay, of this complete biosphere. Amongst this, now on the biosphere, 70% is oceans or say water, and only 30% is land. 70% is oceans, 30% is land. 170 billion tons जो productivity है, उसमें से oceans contribute to only 55 billion tons. Means 30% जो land है, land is occupying less percentage of area on the biosphere. When you see the globe, you will see majority of it is blue. That blue is indicating that it is water, it is aquatic, okay? So land is only 30%, but when you subtract, it is giving 115 billion tons of productivity. So again MCQ questions. How much is the biosphere producing? It is 170 billion tons. Biosphere में ocean कितना है, land कितना है, 70%, 30%. Write it down in your NCERT notebook. Now ocean का दिया हुआ है, it produces only 55 billion tons from this 170. So MCQ में पूछते हैं फिर land कितना produce करता है. So you have to subtract this 55 from this 170. जो ये remaining है will be the productivity of land or the terrestrial ecosystem of this complete biosphere. Okay, so there are very important MCQs with this 170, with this 55, this 115, this 70 and this 30. All these figures you have to remember. To remember the total production or the gross productivity of the complete biosphere. Alright. So now we have seen that solar energy. Next, we have seen कि solar energy principal source है किसी भी ecosystem का. अगर solar energy नहीं रहेगी, if there is no sun, then the producers, that is our plants, they cannot utilize this solar energy. They cannot convert the inorganic compounds to organic. Process of photosynthesis, where sun is the primary requirement. So solar energy एक principal input है जो किसी भी ecosystem को चाहिए. Whether the ecosystem is natural or it is man-made. Whether it is natural or it is man-made. मैंने discuss किया था man-made ecosystems में agricultural field. वहाँ पे human beings regulate कितना temperature चाहिए, कितना पानी चाहिए. But they want the sun. They cannot do anything without this natural source of energy. And plants are the only species which can utilize this natural source of energy to produce organic compounds. Okay, to produce energy. Now, sun की जो energy रहती है, उसमें से 99% goes back to the atmosphere. The plants are capable of utilizing only 1% of it. Very important MCQs again, that the plants can utilize only 1% of the solar energy available on this planet. 99% of it again goes back to the atmosphere. And no one except the plants can utilize this solar energy. Okay, so this you have to remember. अब क्यों productivity oceans में कम थी? Because हमने discuss किया है ocean में we have seen the layers yesterday. जब मैंने different layers discuss किए stratification of an ocean in a deep lake vertically if we go, हमने देखा कि light was going on reducing. We were coming from the euphotic to the aphotic zones. So this is one reason the productivity in the ocean will be less, because only this region is going to have adequate light and the plants over here will be getting that light. Next is the water over here is not going to have sufficient minerals. The soil, that is the benthic zone over here, is not going to have sufficient minerals to yield a good photosynthetic products or to perform the process of photosynthesis efficiently. इसीलिए ocean 70% cover करते हैं, but they don't produce even 50% of the biomass, of the total biomass. So that you have to remember. Next is the nutrients in the water and in the soil in the oceans. They are not very good to support the process of photosynthesis. So land is doing all that. Sun भी मिलता है वहाँ पे, nutrients भी अच्छे रहेंगे soil में and पानी भी रहेगा. The water quality is also good. So on all these factors, again you see that productivity is going to be dependent. It's going to be dependent on the plant species. It's going to be dependent on the amount of solar energy, on the amount of water, on the quality of soil, the nutrients in the soil. On all this, productivity is going to be dependent. इसीलिए oceans में productivity कम रहेगी as compared to the land area. Okay, so that is how you have to answer all these MCQs. Now जितना भी produce होगा वो producers produce करेंगे. They will be passing it to the consumers. We will see how this energy is transformed from one trophic level to the other in the subsequent lectures. So at the base will be the producers, and then you are going to go higher in these trophic levels. So by the end of the lecture, I hope you understand the definition of productivity, difference between primary and secondary productivity. Photosynthetic activity को highlight करके रखो primary productivity में, so then you know it is by the producers, it is by the green plants. Okay, I hope you can now understand what is the gross primary productivity, what is R, that is the respiration loss, and what is net primary productivity. Please don't confuse this R. If it comes in relationship with GPP and NPP, it will be the respiration loss, not the intrinsic capacity वाला R जो हमने population के calculations में देखा था. Now I've told you what this productivity will depend on, what is the importance, why are we focusing कि productivity ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए, what is the total productivity of the complete biosphere, which is a global ecosystem, how solar energy plays a role in increasing or reducing the productivity of a particular area. We have seen it in comparison to the water environment and the land, that is the oceans and the land. And we will be seeing how the producers will be transforming this energy to the consumers. Okay, so I will see you soon in the next lecture. By then, read your NCERT textbook, read about the process of productivity.